Okay, boys and girls, we are going to continue with order of operations, except for this time, we're going to actually use some grouping symbols so you can see how we can solve expressions with grouping symbols. So I went ahead and wrote GEMDOS down again. That's something that I would probably do all the time. Anytime you're doing expressions or evaluating expressions, you can go ahead and write down GEMDOS, and that way it's easier for you to ask yourself, do I have grouping symbols, exponents, and it will help you solve the expressions. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to look at the expression 17 plus 6 minus 4 divided by 2. Okay? So whenever we read the expressions, we look left to right. That's how we read them, just like whenever we're reading a book. And I'm going to ask myself, do I have grouping symbols? And my answer is yes, I do. So since I have grouping symbols, that's the first thing I'm going to do because this is the order of operations that I'm going to do to solve expressions. So since the G is first for grouping symbols, that's what I'm going to do first. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay. Then I'm going to bring everything down that I didn't use. So I didn't use a 17 or plus. Then I have the divided by 2. Okay, so now I'm going to do my order of operations. Do I have any grouping symbols? No. Exponents? No. Multiplication or division? Do I have that? Multiplication or division? I do. Okay, so since I have multiplication or division, right, I have the division, I'm going to do that next. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now I'm going to use what I didn't use. I didn't use the 17 or the plus. So now I'm going to finish out my expression. Do I have addition or subtraction? I have addition. So 17 plus 1 equals 18. Okay. So let's look at the next one. So this time my grouping symbols, they're not parentheses, but they are little brackets. So I'm going to solve, or I'm going to look at my order here. Since I have brackets, I'm going to do that first, right? Because the GEMDOS, the grouping symbols, can be any brackets or braces. Okay? So since I have that, that means I'm going to solve whatever is inside those grouping symbols first. So inside my grouping symbols, I have 9 divided by 3, or how many groups of 3 are in 9? And that is 3. So I'm going to bring everything down that I didn't use. 2 times 6 plus, and there's my 3. So now I'm going to ask myself, okay, I did my grouping symbols. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have multiplication or division when I'm reading left to right? And I do. I have multiplication here. So here I have 2 times 6 is 12. Bring everything down that I didn't use, plus 3. Now, the last thing I have is 12 plus 3, so I'm going to solve that. 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay, so we're keeping the same order that we're doing. We're still solving these, but now what we've done is we've added more digits here in our expression, and now we've added those grouping symbols. So today you're going to practice and you're going to evaluate expressions that have grouping symbols. So it already showed you, right? This first example here is going to help you so you can identify which ones you're doing first. Now, if you need to have your GEMDOS order of operations in front of you, I would have my notes out with that as well so you can follow along. So this one's going to guide you and help you. Then I'm going to have you do it for a second time. So you're going to have 2 that are going to guide you so you can make sure that you understand what you're doing for today. So these two are going to help. Then you have this one. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3 expressions that you're going to evaluate. What that means is you have 3 expressions you're going to solve. Okay, evaluate is another word for solving. So we're going to evaluate these expressions. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to put these brackets wherever you think they go. Now, I really, really, really want you to pay attention to the middle one. You're going to notice you have your parentheses here. So inside of here, which one are you going to do first? Right? Because you have addition and then you have division. So inside of here, your grouping symbols, which one am I going to do first? Okay, so make sure you pay very, very, very close attention to that. All right, so that's all we're going to do for today. You're going to continue practicing with grouping symbols, and we're adding more digits to our expressions. If you have any questions, please, please, please make sure you reach out, and I can help you guys with solving these order of operations. Bye-bye.